Let's say a post from a visual. Let's say it's a photo of a pig entering a slaughterhouse. Now I see a lot of captions saying something along the lines of, from whatever animal safe, poor babies, how could you want to eat them? Now, that is completely fine, and I understand that. And I understand, exactly what this photo means and what it implies. However, when I think about myself before I chose to be vegan, I don't think I would have understood that caption. I don't think I would have understood, where that person is coming from. I don't think I would have understood the meaning of poor babies, because, see, before I chose to be vegan, I didn't know that pigs who are sent to slaughter are 6 months old. I didn't know the standard practices of the industry. I didn't know how these pigs were tortured their whole lives. I didn't know how they spent their time in trucks. I just didn't understand all that. And maybe more importantly also, I was still vastly speciesist. And when you're a speciesist, you don't really understand that, because you don't see that pig the same way that you would see a dog instinctively and emotionally. So I really think it's important that, you can say that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that unless you're making people wrong with that caption. That's a whole different thing. Anyways, I think it's always better to over storytell than to under storytell. And I think it would really help that caption, or make it better, in my opinion, if underneath that little statement, you, for example, told the story of the pig, be like, oh, did you know that those pigs are 6 months old? Oh, did you know that this is what the industry does to them? Did you know that this is how they live? Did you know they were separated from their mothers like 2 days after they were born? Stuff like that, and actually tell a story and actually, convey more information so that that photo makes sense. Because I feel like in a lot of ways, when we post something that, we're like, this is what's wrong, without really explaining it, we're doing it because it's, this is what I want to say, this is my message, this is like what I see, and I want to tell you what I think is wrong, and I'm going to do it from my perspective. However, I really believe that communication is not about, what you want to say. It's about understanding where the other person comes from, understanding their reality, understanding what they know, what their states of minds are, what their beliefs are, and then finding a way to communicate your message in a way where you're building a bridge between you and that person.